From the desk of white privilege, you are cordially invited to take a seat at the table. Our once closed society has opened reluctantly. There is enormous pressure to integrate, to align with the times. Between you and me, this is an infringement of our rights, a reduction of our freedoms. This old boys club is our history, is our heritage. But you, my beautiful, exotic princess, are our solution. We believe you are the perfect fit. You'll find your place at the end of the table. This is a probationary period, but don't be afraid, it's not the probation you're used to. No officers will be involved. You'll sit behind this wall. You'll be invited to the full table in due time. We have to make sure we can trust you. We must protect our culture from criminals, rapists, thugs, you know the like. We found bootstraps are the best way to make it over the wall quicker, and we know you are so good at climbing. We have no seats to spare. There is an expectation you come with a seat. Were you not informed? We members come with gold-plated velvet cushioned thrones with pearl inlay. Most of us are born with it. Others inherit it from our fathers. You do know who your father is, right? I see you come empty-handed, unprepared, ill-equipped to take your seat. Figures you wouldn't be up to standard. How do you expect us to welcome you when you don't even have a chair? Remember, you are taking up a seat of a deserving member. Always remember you are taking up our space and our air. A pity. Luckily, we have building materials. We know your kind are hardworking, always happy to steal a job with affirmative action. We have scraps of lumber, molded and warped, rusty nails, shards of glass. Build it while we watch. We get off on your manual labor. Although you'd be a voting member, we had to compromise. Make sure we still retain control so your vote will only be counted as 3/5 of a person. You're the lighter one, so that counts in your favor. You can pass for one of us. Aren't you grateful for that privilege? You're half right, half white, half American, half normal, half palatable. We have our obvious reservations about your race, but we are deeply concerned about your uterus, about your predisposition for hysteria. We are afraid you might bleed and ruin the carpet, might make irrational decisions while seated at our table. We think you could cause us to waver. We men have needs, and your presence will make us hungry, thirsty, uncontrollable for such a spicy woman. I suggest you dress plainly, as not to cause a stir, as not to cause your own undoing. Legs and chest covered, hair straightened and professional. No makeup, no hoops. And then there is the trouble of your name. We appreciate how easy it sits on our tongues. It's not difficult for our throats to muster, and yet there is the problem of the board list. When your name is listed, it's not easy to show you are exotic. And isn't that what this has all been about? To show we did it, we let you in, we gave you a seat. So we'll assign you a nickname. an ethnic name, a name that jumps off our board list and says color, like Maria, Felicia, Lee, or Cheyenne. One of your names we can actually pronounce. It is best for everyone if you work on your English. You are very articulate. You almost sound like a native, but there is a hint, a tone, an accent that is too much like foreigner, that is too much like alien to our ears. We'll provide you with a tutor. We'll extinguish any flames of your ancestors living on your tongue. We'll make a member out of you yet. All you have to do is take a seat at our table. The response from the desk of women of color: we disrespectfully decline your tasteless offer. Although you believe you are doing us a favor, we have never needed nor wanted a seat at your table. A table which was forged from the stolen land and resources of indigenous peoples. Seats built with the blood and sweat of brown bodies. Stuffed with the cotton picked by slaves who bear your last name. All on a foundation of emotional and physical labor of women of color. You call yourselves progressive when you have barely taken a step further than your forefathers. You hide your oppression and misogyny in bylaws while actively enacting racism. We are seats unto ourselves. Our table is laid and protected by our ancestors. Magic and power are our inheritance. We are fortified by the strength of women who have bled while handling their shit. We will nurture the home in our mouths, the accents, the language that connects us. We will use those flames to burn down a system created against us. We are not your stolen trophies and diversity hiders. We are exceptionally excellent, educated, and essential in every space we exist in. I cordially invite you to sit down, shut up, and be humble. Bear witness to our board of directors. Watch as we prepare the table that we have built and blessed. Know we will invite in perpetuity all who have been oppressed by the desk of white privilege to take their rightful seat.